Okay, greetings YouTube. This question comes in from one of my pre-calc courses. It says find the exact value of y or state that y is undefined. So notice we're doing an inverse trig function. So typically I do the following. First, identify the restrictions on the original. So if we think of sine of theta, right? Sine of theta, the domain we restrict from negative 90 to 90, or you could say negative pi over 2 to pi over 2, and the range goes from negative 1 to 1, right? So then when we consider the inverse trig function, so inverse sine of y, this is going to be our range, this is going to be our domain, okay? So now if we think about the domain, that root 2 over 2 is typically negative 0.7, and that's inside our domain, so we can proceed. So now if the original is y equals inverse sine of negative root 2 over 2, then what this means, so we'll say this means sine of some angle, or sine of what angle, equals a negative root 2 over 2, okay? So if you think of the unit circle, now on the unit circle, this is just the first quadrant, where this is your 45, this is your 60, this is your 30, and this goes like this goes like this goes like this. They're all 2. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and take the square roots of all the numerators. So then root 2 over 2 is 45, but if we want negative, and we have to go from 90 to negative 90, so we should choose negative 45 degrees. So this means that theta should be negative 45 degrees. You can convert that to radians. Yeah, so it says in terms of pi, so let's convert this to radians. I'm going to put it over 1 and say times pi over 180. So then this is what? Pi over 4? So, and it should be a negative pi over 4. So it's like a negative 45. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. Find the exact value of y. So sine of what angle? So it should be negative 45. So before I check it here, I would like to run my calculator and check it in my calculator. So let's reload, refresh. Okay, so we are in radians. So now, if we said arc sine or inverse sine of a negative square root of 2 over 2, we should get some negative decimal, we do, and that should be the same as negative pi over 4. Okay, so then here we're going to put negative pi over 4. Okay? And so with that, we will end the session here. From one beautiful mind to another, enjoy the rest of your day.